Now at 6, changes to marijuana laws in Missouri take effect today. We'll have details. Plus, Joplin authorities investigate a car crash that killed a pedestrian. And we'll hear from one of our food pantry partners in the Feed the Four States campaign.
The Four States' most watched news starts now.
Beginning today, it's lawful for adults to possess and use marijuana in Missouri, but that doesn't mean you can legally buy it just yet or use it everywhere. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Medical marijuana has been legal in Missouri since a ballot measure passed in 2018. The voters went a step further this November by approving a constitutional amendment legalizing the drug for anyone 21 or older. The change does come with some confusion. For one thing, dispensaries can't yet sell for recreational use. People will eventually be able to grow their own, but applications to do so won't be taken until next month. And places such as schools and businesses can still prohibit the drug. Authorities in Cherokee County, Kansas were alerted this morning about a woman reportedly being stabbed multiple times in Galena. After an investigation, authorities arrested 29-year-old Stephen Tyner of Columbus and 23-year-old Ivy Simpson of Webb City, Missouri. Steiner is charged with attempted murder, rape, and meth possession, among other charges. Simpson is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and attempted murder. The victim has since been released from the hospital. Authorities in Aurora, Missouri said the investigation into a robbery at a McDonald's last week has led to more arrests connected to other robberies. 2 people were arrested last week after the robbery, and now 3 more have been arrested for robberies outside of Aurora. Those suspects are 19-year-old Elijah Smith, 18-year-old Kyle Carlisle, and a juvenile. All are charged with robbery. Joplin police are investigating a car crash that killed a pedestrian that happened along Missouri 171 near Swede Lane. Authorities say 22-year-old Cheyenne Funk of Joplin was hit while trying to cross the road. Funk died at the scene. Let's check in with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, it definitely turned out to be another dreary day for us today. Had some rain last night into the morning hours, but temperature is warmer for us today. And still, most of us are sitting low to mid, even upper 50s once you get into our southern counties. Also, we're getting some fog building in, especially on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. Not much in southwestern Missouri, but this will tick up a little bit as we go through the overnight hours. So if you are going to be on the roads, watch out for that. Not a whole bunch going on the radar, but we will most likely get some light showers starting to get going across southwestern Missouri that will develop and then quickly push through as we go into the evening hours, and then we'll actually clear out a little bit later on tonight. We're going to slide back through the 50s, eventually lower 40s, so we are going to cool down a bit, but of course we got more rain in the forecast. We're going to talk about that here in just a bit.
See you then. Miami residents today had a chance to voice their concerns about flooding issues in the city. The LEAD agency, a Miami-based nonprofit, hosted a survey today about the regular flooding problems there. It's in response to the GRDA's request to raise lake levels by 2 feet, which the LEAD agency says will cause more flooding.
But there is one entity that needs to listen, and that is for sure. It's the FERC, it's Federal Regulatory Energy Commission, and they are in charge of approving or disapproving the new license that GRDA has put forward.
The LEAD agency plans to report the survey's findings to the GRDA. A lot of four-staters rely on food banks, and this time of year, budgets can be especially tight. One of the area food pantries partnering with the Feed the Four States campaign with our sister station Fox 14 is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. The Wesley House is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serves more than 5,000 residents. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
The Wesley House in Pittsburgh is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serving more than 5,000 residents.
We see a lot of our individuals and families every single month that come through, and they're coming often with, with other members of their families, with other neighbors as well. And this is definitely a big part of what keeps their shelves and fridges stocked from one day to the next.
The holidays is one of the most popular times for donations and volunteering.
This is always a time we usually see more engagement across our food pantry services because folks are hosting more, or they're thinking of those that are in need as well.
The Wesley House is thankful for the increased donations this holiday season. Last year, donations decreased.
Data from last year, we actually didn't have quite as much engagement, maybe because of stimulus checks, and then if we take into the account of inflation and the cost of food, we have had more people enrolling in our food pantry services every day. And in addition to that, we also have not been able to order as much from the Kansas Food Bank as we usually would.
Providing food for a fellow neighbor in need can go a long way.
For someone to be able to succeed, for them to be able to think beyond those basic needs, we have to meet those basic needs. And so having food on the table and being able to cook your own food and essentially, food pantries kind of provide a sort of grocery, aside experience.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Now, you can give a monetary donation to the Feed the Four States campaign online at koamnewsnow.com/feed, or all day today you can call 1-888-620-4869 to donate. Now, the number of lines open right now are limited, so if you do call, please be patient, but there'll be a lot more lines open when we have a live telethon during KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. That's when you can call in and make a donation as well. Crosslines Ministry in Joplin is also teaming up with Feed the Four States to help those who need a little help this holiday season. Crosslines Ministry is a donation-based food pantry that helps the community year-round. Families are struggling to get by with the rising prices of food this holiday season. Crossline feeds about 2,000 people a month, and a drop in donation makes it hard for them to help the community, but any sort of food goes a long way.
I don't see canned goods. I see people's lives. Just like you, if you came in, I see you getting a can of green beans, which we think it's not very much, but if you're hungry, green beans is a lot.
So they need help with just being able to get food on the table for them and their kids.
To learn more about Crosslines Ministries or to donate, you can go to our website, koamnewsnow.com. Coming up, the Joplin School District prepares for the opening of their new elementary school. Plus, the Carl Junction Junior High hosts Career Day. We'll take a look. The Joplin Public Library announced new funding for 600 short-term and long-term mobile hotspots. The mobile hotspots are capable of providing Wi-Fi for up to 15 devices. They'll be available to library card holders who do not have reliable internet access. Short-term hotspots can be checked out for 21 days. Long-term hotspots can be checked out for 1 year. Joplin school officials are preparing for the opening of the city's new elementary school. Starting January 4th, students from West Central and Columbia Elementaries will move into the new building located at 1100 North Main Street. The district says the Dover Hill School will house 450 students with space for 3 sections of every grade level. For information on events planned, such as tours and open house, download the KOAM News Now app. Carl Junction Junior High today hosted a career day. It provided a chance for kids and others to plan their futures and talk to area businesses in fields that interest them.
And for them, a lot of them are starting to develop ideas of what they want to do, and so if it doesn't wind up being what they do, a lot of times they start figuring out that field that they're interested in during junior high a lot of times.
The event started at 8 this morning, ran until noon. A little bit later, Girard, Kansas seniors signed to continue their college careers. We're going to have details in sports.
Plus, we have even more rain in the forecast. We're going to check that out coming up. Well, of course, another dreary day for us today. We haven't seen the sun in quite some time. May get a little bit of it tomorrow morning, but we still have some drizzle, fog, and a few random showers we got to deal with as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Most of the roads fairly dry. Lander Chevrolet, our tower cam southeast side of the city. You can see a few random little pockets of drizzle, mainly in our northern counties. We could see some light showers starting to get going across southwestern Missouri over the next couple hours, but most of you are at least getting a little bit of a break. All right, 50 in Yates Center, 57 Veneta, 58 in Grove, 57 in Carthage. Much warmer than what we have seen over the past couple days. Look at the fog building in. So we have actually some pretty thick fog in spots. Kansas and Oklahoma. Not much in southwestern Missouri, but I do think we'll get some patchy fog in here as we go through the overnight hours. So if you are going to be on the roads, watch out for that as your visibilities will drop. 57 calm winds, humidity is high. It's at 89%. Through the evening hours, some hit and miss showers. Next couple hours, then we actually clear out a bit, but our temperature drops back to about 41 later on tonight as this storm system starts to push out. You can see snow up through Nebraska, and we should see some showers try to develop a little bit farther toward the south over the next couple hours. All right, here's our next storm system. This rolls in tomorrow night and then into the beginning of Saturday. Let's go through time. Light showers popping up next few hours, gone after midnight. We pretty much clear out by morning, lower 40s, but check this out. Here come the clouds once again. So we'll have partly cloudy skies by noon, cloudy skies during the afternoon. A little bit cooler, not bad. Upper 40s, northern counties, 54 in Miami, 49 in Chanute, about 50 in Carthage. I think most of us 50 to about 52. But look at the clouds really thickening up by tomorrow afternoon. But the day will be dry. Tomorrow evening, especially mid-evening, here comes the rain. So here's midnight, showers, a few embedded little thunderstorms, rain through the night into Saturday morning, and then light hit and miss showers Saturday morning with a little bit of drizzle, and then I think we'll clear out once we get into Saturday afternoon. But once again, we could get some decent rainfall amounts. All right, so a few pockets of drizzle this evening. But once we get into tomorrow evening, here's 9, here's midnight, 3 a.m., 6 a.m. on Saturday. Rain chances really shoot up. And we could get some decent amounts, lighter amounts in our northern counties. That's what the pattern is this year. And then as much as a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch in the southern half of the region. All right, let's jump into next week. Clouds increase again on Monday. A few showers late Monday. Periods of rain on Tuesday. Thunderstorms Tuesday afternoon and evening. Some of those could be strong, possibly severe, so we need to keep our eyes on that. 53 for us tomorrow, 53 Saturday, 46. Cool, but a nice day on Sunday. Those thunderstorms Monday into Tuesday. And then check this out, much colder heading into the second half of next week. And it looks like we stay cold all the way through Christmas and chances for snow leading up to Christmas.
A lot of people are dreaming of a white Christmas, I hear.
Yeah, just saying.
You're just saying.
Yeah.
You're kind of iffy at the moment, but I know you'll pin it down as we get closer. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, the Missouri Southern women tried to stay undefeated tonight on the road against Central Oklahoma. And the Joplin girls hit the floor in the first round of the Lady Eagle Classic. Danny Terzer joins us with those highlights and more up next.
The Missouri Southern Lions are on the road tonight for a conference doubleheader against Central Oklahoma. On the women's side, the Lions are a perfect 9-0 to begin the season and have climbed the national rankings up to number 4 this week. Southern hoping to stay rolling tonight against UCO. Lions dominate the first quarter. It's 41-30 at half, and Lacey Stokes already has 17 points, plus 3 steals and 4 assists. On the men's side, it's a tough one for the Lions tonight, facing the undefeated 6th-ranked Broncos. Southern enters the night right at 500 with a 4-4 record. That one begins at 7:30. We'll have the latest from Edmond right here tonight at 10. Today is the opening day of the 26th annual Lady Eagle Classic at Joplin High School. The tournament host Eagles open things up today, hosting Leavenworth in the first round. Good crowd today with the whole high school being dismissed to come support the Eagles this afternoon. In the first, Bryn Driver drives to the basket and scores. Then Bailey Ledford gets the steal. She makes the layup on the other end. It's tied at 7 after 1. Then the Eagles really start to get rolling. Driver knocks down the 3. She finishes with 10 points. Joplin leads at half. In the third, Eagles hit a few more from distance. First, it's Riley Kelly. Then Ledford sinks the triple to extend the lead to 13. She finishes with a team high 17 points. Joplin closes it out, beating Leavenworth 45-39. Today is a big day for a pair of Girard High School student athletes. Girard has 2 seniors signed today to continue their careers at the college level. Both of them will be staying in Kansas. Eleanor Reek is headed to Chanute to play softball at Neosho County, and Sarah Goebel signs today to continue her volleyball career at Fort Scott Community College.
I want to go to Fort Scott because they have a great atmosphere and a great family community, and they open their doors to me, and they are so nice and kind and loving people. They love their girls, they believe in their girls, and they work hard for their girls.
They just had a really amazing program, and when I went and visited, their facilities were amazing, and the coach and the girls that I met with were really kind and just made me feel very comfortable around them. I was like, oh, it's only 45 minutes from the house. I could make it home over the weekend and see my parents or my younger brother if I wanted to. They can come watch me play, and that's nice because my parents, and I always say my mom's my biggest cheerleader.
It's always nice to see area athletes sign on to play at the next level, and especially when they're close to home.
Yeah, because that means that we can continue to cover them, which we always like.
And the fans, the athletes like it too. We'll be right back. Take some time now to honor a local veteran. Lonnie Matthews served in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. The Neosho, Missouri native served in Company B, and we're proud to salute Specialist Lonnie Matthews, a 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. You've been hearing about hunger becoming a growing problem here in the 4 states. Well, tonight you are going to be able to make a difference through our Feed the 4 States telethon. Hope you join us for that. Also, security concerns have several more governors banning TikTok on government devices. And details behind the release of basketball star Brittany Griner from Russian prison. Those stories, a lot more. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Police in Shawnee, Kansas are spreading some holiday cheer this season thanks to a little help from a secret Santa. Alan Shope has more.
She asked if she could hug me.
It's a different kind of patrol on Wednesday.
Jerry, I'm Officer Velasquez. Nice to meet you, Jerry.
Nice to meet you. The officer on the lookout for people in the Shawnee community, just being themselves.
So what I'd like to give you, Jerry, is a $100 bill.
Well, thank you so much. The department's spending the month passing out a donation by an anonymous secret Santa, several thousands of dollars, all to be given to Shawnee residents.
Spread some holiday cheer. It makes the citizens feel good. It makes the officers feel good.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's very nice.
Absolutely. So there you go. There's $100 there. So.
Wow, thank you.
It's random Shawnee officers on random days when they're not on calls, just looking for people to pass out money to.
Do you mind if I help you with the holidays? So what I like to do is just present you with a $100 bill.
They're asked if they want to do it. They've come in with some good stories.
So I got a little choked up. It was really neat to provide a $100 bill. I shouldn't expect it.
It's a holiday tradition the department's been doing for nearly a decade. They say thanks to this anonymous donor, their officers are able to go out in the community and meet people and put smiles on faces.
Maybe we get a couple here. That's yours, my friend.
I was just like thinking to myself, like, I ain't gonna make it to the next payday.
If I can maybe make someone's day a little bit better by providing this $100 bill, I'm all for it.
I'm sure it's a thrill for the recipients, but how great would it be to be one of those officers who gets to brighten someone's day in that way?
Make you feel so valuable, of course.
Yeah, they absolutely are, of course. The weather kind of dreary out there, Doug.
Yeah, still some showers sticking around this evening, then some fog, a little bit of sunshine tomorrow morning, rain back in tomorrow night.
Final sports note.
The Missouri Southern women on their way to their 10th straight win. We'll have the latest on that at 10.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.